So welcome to this is the last follow-up session on this webinar, Tattva Bodha. I'm saying consistency is very important. As this webinar, I discussed very much Prayatna Sadhaka. Without Prayatna, without your effort, without your consistency, expect no magic on this path. Certain things has to build into you, especially the new people. New people, if you become overconfident now only, these are not just entry levels. Like I received 3-4 applications from new people also. I've asked them straight to do the course and attend 1 month webinar, whatever are there, or satsangs, whatever they are there. Now I made it mandatory that they must know the practices, they must get acquainted to what's happening here. It's not a new thing. You are following 10 different paths, and then you come and just you want to see Tiruvannamalai, you want to just understand what is tattva and all that. No, no, no. This is only meant for people who are uh, interested in Ramana's teachings and who are interested in self-realization of Nisargadatta Maharaj, their process. So it is only for them because we are all these Tattva Bodha, Vagera Vagera, whatever I am doing, this is not very important. It is all aimed at the final goal. All this is done so that we become ready for that practice. I am not doing this for Gyan or to give somebody experience. So I've trimmed everything very much tightly so that I have the full focus on it. Not necessary that you have to sit every day for satsang, but you have to do your practice at least. You have to stay connected, be in awareness, whatever. Satsang doesn't mean just outside. Satsang means one with yourself. Sat ke sang. Sat means truth. Abiding in the truth is called satsang, whether it is inside or outside. And in this webinar, we saw Tattva Bodha means there is no inside and outside. Everything we are considering as one. There is no speciality, there is no non-speciality. There is not one thing we are taking over the other. See, that is the reason we did all these 5 days. And in this 5 days, there was intense wisdom, very deep wisdom. You will not even find it in the books. And wisdom which is practical, where you can directly meditate on it also. So, when you deeply become aware of all these tattvas, first the physical and then the subtle. So, what we learned was first is the physical, which is the sthula sharira, gross body. And then next we learned is the subtle body. Then next we learned is the causal body. 3 bodies. And we are practicing how to enter these. Third one, fine. You cannot enter directly. But I told you the maximum entry that you can talk about causal body is the I amness. When you go till the I amness, that is the causal body only. But there is nothing you can do there. In the I amness, you don't have the doership. The mind is gone. It is just samadhi state. But you are touching and purifying. Whenever you touch that space and you remain in that I amness, you are purifying that. More of all, you are connecting to the Akasha Tattva in you, Chidakasha. So, the more you meditate on that I am, the more your Akash Tattva becomes purified. Means, more your Shiva Tattva becomes purified. Awakening the Shiva consciousness within you, one way is to directly practice on I amness. Shiva and Shakti both. Shakti is very less there, Shiva is more. Because when Shakti becomes completely still, she is experiencing stillness, which is Shiva. Till she is Chanchala, she cannot experience Shiva. That is your mind. Shakti is your mind. If you are moving, you cannot experience Shiva. When all the movement stops only, you enter into I amness. Now, what makes you move? All these things, what we keep talking. Your concepts, your beliefs, your conditionings, your philosophies, your old teachings, your whatever you are holding, It's useless at that point. कितना भी बड़ा ज्ञान हो आपका, at the I amness level सब फालतू है. Until you drop any concept, every concept, until you drop each and every single concept, every thought, you cannot be in samadhi. So the more rigidity you have, एक जिद होता है, मैंने देखा है इंसान में, साधक में एक जिद होता है. दैट जिद ही ईगो है. Not to give up. I want to give up. I want to hold on to that. Holding on is coming out of insecurity. डर लग रहा है, इसके लिए पकड़े हैं. तो इट इज गुड, नॉट बैड. दोस्त बहुत ज्यादा डर लग रहा है, देन मंत्र करो, तंत्र करो, यंत्र करो, फोटो पकड़ो, कुछ. कीप ऑन डूइंग इट, नो प्रॉब्लम. बट दैट इज नॉट फॉर एवर. इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू लीड यू टू द सेल्फ. दैट प्रैक्टिस, वॉट यू आर लॉन्गिंग, दैट समाधि, दैट पीस, वो परम शांति कभी नहीं मिलेगा ये सब करते बैठने से, जब तक आप नहीं छोड़ोगे. So some people take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to listen and let go that stubbornness. They will not go easily because they will keep on holding and they will see how problematic it is becoming until they have no other way but to give it up. And don't worry if you don't give it up, the divine principle will make you give it up. Guaranteed. This path is that way. काल भैरव तत्व एक्टिव हो गए ना, सब छीनता हो, सब निकाल देता है मन में जो ठूस रखा है. I am unable to give it up. The principle will take care. If your intent is to become free. If you don't have that intention, no Kal Bhairav will come. बिना आपका या आज्ञा कोई तत्व आपके भीतर काम नहीं करती. विदाउट योर परमिशन. दैट इज द पावर ऑफ योर फ्री विल. व्हाट इज दैट परमिशन? योर डिजायर टू लिबरेट, योर भाव, योर इंटेंशन. योर भाव इज योर permission slip. You are giving permission to the ascended masters, to the tattvas, higher tattvas. I agree. I surrender. वो इच्छा, तीव्र इच्छा. So your intention is your permission slip, and without that intention, nothing will interfere. कभी नहीं. So if you feel, no, what is this scared? I'm feeling scared. What are you telling? सब छिन जाएगा? नहीं छिन जाएगा. Until you don't want to let it go, nobody is going to come and snatch it. Things are temporary. One will go, the other will come. One body will go, another body will come, but you will always keep getting gifts. Until you desire the highest, that Param Tattva will never work against your will. That is the free will given to all of us to play the game as you want. जैसा खेलना है खेलो. और एक जन्म और एक आना है या और एक हजार जन्म आना है. Shiva is not in urgency. You can play the game for thousands of lifetimes or finish it in one lifetime. It's all upon you. If I wish to play the game, no God has the right to say, no, you can't play the game. Because that's how this Srishti, this Bhuloka जो है, this is made for experience. Where you are right now, this loka is made for experience. ये सब लोगों के लिए है. Whoever wants to experience, उन लोगों के लिए है. It is for them. और ये कभी खत्म नहीं होगा. This loka never extincts. Even if it finishes, it is temporary. Like the night. Look at your life. Does your life end? Whole day, fantastic. Night, you will get rest. Next day morning, it will begin. Same way, you never die. You might get a temporary rest, but again in another body you will find yourself. So this existence will never stop. Never think ये काल चक्र है, one day it is going to get over, everything is going to go. नहीं होता. Get your wisdom correct on this. It is not a linear thing that is happening. ये ऐसा नहीं कि एक समय में शुरू हुआ अभी एक समय में जाके अंत होगा. इट इज अ काल चक्र. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ काल चक्र? ये लूप है, कभी ना खत्म होने वाला. सतयुग, द्वापर युग, त्रेता युग, कलयुग, फिर सतयुग. The only way to get out of this Kal Chakra is to finish the eye. Only then you are out of the Kal Chakra. Otherwise, you will find yourself in the game. कभी खत्म नहीं होता है. It is foolishness those who think that one day हम इस पूरे संसार को बचाएंगे कलयुग से, we will bring into सतयुग. कौन सा बड़ा काम किया? थोड़ा देर के बाद फिर खिसक के वो त्रेता युग में चला जाएगा, द्वापर में चला जाएगा, फिर त्रेता में चलेगा, फिर कलयुग में जाएगा. Every yuga, all are just looking forward to the next yuga or remembering their previous yuga. It's like us. It's like looking forward to birthdays. All those freaks who are birthday freaks, birthday is coming next month, waiting for it. Like Satyuga aayega. And when your birthday comes, you're enjoying. Morning began celebration. By the time you know it's evening, and then you are getting slowly disappointed. Oh, that maja is going off. Satyuga bhi khatam hoga aise hi. Then when you go to the next yuga, you will remember, oh, Satyuga aisa tha. You will remember after 1 month, oh, my party was so good. My birthday day was so good. Celebration was so good. Nostalgic. Then you look forward to it again next year. फिर आएगा, फिर मजा करेंगे. वैसे ही त्रेता युग कलयुग में आया, फिर सतयुग का मेमोरी है. सो नाइस सेलिब्रेटिंग डे, सो वी वेट फॉर इट. ऐसे चलता ही रहेगा, बर्थडे आफ्टर बर्थडे आफ्टर बर्थडे. देयर इज नो एंड. So this whole Kal Chakra keeps on repeating. So in that only you can know that there is nothing serious about life. It is simply coming, having an experience, going on. Coming, having experience and going on. Look at your whole day. What is special about it? Nothing. Nothing so great to boast about. Yet you wake up another day and do the same thing. So that's why it's called the play. एक खेल है. You're sitting at home and you just decide one day that I want to go out, explore the world and come back. And you go on touring here and there, you do everything, and then you get tired, and then you're homesick and you want to come back home. That's the same thing. That homesickness is again temporary because when you're home, after some time, you feel like going another trip, and then you go out again. Then you feel homesick, then you come back again. So this goes on day and returning back to night, again the day, returning back to night, again life and returning back to death, peace, again waking up in another body, continuing, again seeking peace at the end of life, and then going back again into the Sushupti, but not for long, again back in the Jagrat and Swapna. So, when we talk about tattvas, we are understanding about what and how we are we living like it. Experience to karne aaye. We came to experience, but what experience am I having? I don't even know my instrument. I don't even know by what I am experiencing. I don't even know the gifts by which I am navigating through life and by which I am having that experience. Everybody is focused on the experience. You look at the whole world, everybody is just focused on the experience. Here we are finding by what means am I having that experience, and finally I'm understanding and seeing Who's the experiencer? That's what makes the game exciting. Experience is boring. You look at the whole world. It's only on the experience. When the mind is just focused on the experience, desires are always there to have some or the other experience because every experience is temporary. It fades out. So the moment experience fades, again, I, who am so acquainted with experiences, want to sustain that experience. So I jump on to another experience. Life goes on. Punarpi Janmam, Punarpi Maranam. It goes on without a meaning, meaningless. It's just focused on experience, that is fleeting experience. And in that trying to catch that experience, that thrill of experience, and in trying to catch that experience, why are you trying to catch an experience? So that you want to feel the excitement, the happiness, the peace, the contentment. That is why you are driven to that experience. And when you catch that experience, it is fleeting one, it goes away, निकल जाता है हाथ से. फिर again you feel disappointed, you hold on to an experience. So when the experience goes away, another desire is created to repeat the experience. That is why desire never dies. Desire, Ichcha Shakti comes up, Kriya Shakti will come. And the moment there is Kriya, there is movement towards that experience. And the moment you are focused on the experience, you catch hold of that experience. When you catch hold of that experience, that is called Maya, Mayayi Mal, and then begins the Karma Mal. Karma begins. And before knowing, the karmic fruits have come back. So that experience comes with a price. What is that price? Karma. It's simply that you can have any thrilling experience, but only there is a fine print there. You will be bound by karma. Asterisks, fine print. So the advertisement is very good. All kind of experiences. But the fine print is what conditions apply. You are going to be bound by karma. You are going to be bound by the consequences. You are going to be bound by the price that you are going to pay for that experience. Fine print. And that is karma. So most of us get karma without wanting karma. Huh? Do you see that? Nobody wants karma, isn't it? Who wants karma? Nobody wants it. But the unconscious holding and grabbing on to that Maya Himala for that experience creates karma. And before knowing, we are indebted. कर्ज कर्ज ले लिया हमने. We become indebted to life. And then it is no more experience thrill. Then it is coming back by obligation of repaying the debts. It begins with a thrill, but then all the return journeys slowly are only to coming back to pay the debt because sometimes you might not even want an experience, but here you are pulled. You might say, I don't want anything now, I'm fed up. No, no desires anymore. But will that free you? Still, you will have to wake up in the morning. At the time of death, you might say, no, I don't want anything anymore. But will that free you? No, you will find yourself in another body. Why? That price tag, we are repaying that debt. So, right now, what we are sitting, most of us are thrown here to repay the debts. But the funny thing is, we come here to repay the debts, but again, we are open to that thrill, that same habit of experience. And by habit, we again try to catch those experiences. In that, again, karma begins. And then, before you know, again, you are adding up more karmas. We came to finish the old karmas, but we add on new karmas. And thus, one gets stuck in the cycle of birth and death until one day grace dawns See, there also you see it is without your permission, without your knowing. Without our knowing, you get stuck. Without your knowing, you get start to get liberated. When grace activates in you, that is the Tirobhava nature from Shiva Sutras, what we have explained many times. When that gets activated, the Anukara Shakti, immediately you start remembering who am I. For new people, just briefly I'm telling, the Panchakritya of Shiva, the Sadashiva, the five-head Shiva, it is not actually a five-head of Shiva. It is the Panchakritya, the five attributes, five functions of Shiva. Shiva is not a personality, it's intelligence, cosmic intelligence. What we know as God, Ishvara, that has the five principles. That is only symbolized as Shiva having five heads, Panchakritya. Panchamukhi Shiva. In Arunachala, you can see the Arunachala hill is in one point of the Girivallam is worshipped as the Panchamukhi. From there, you can see the Panchamukhi form of the hill. Those are all good, but it is meaningless if you don't understand the tattva. What is that Panchamukhi? We usually worship gods. The more hands they have, the more heads they have. We feel they are more powerful. Gods also have heads. We are forgetting even Ravana had 10 heads. When the godly attributes increases, they become powerful. At the same time, when the evil attribute increases, they also become powerful. So hands and heads are all about attributes, the qualities, the powers that they have. So the Panchamukhi Shiva, three basically we know is the Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Three qualities. That is where the power to create, power to maintain, power to destroy is active. When the Panchakritya Shiva, Sada Shiva is born from the nothingness, the quality of creation, maintenance, and annihilation, dissolution, comes in that power called Shiva, Sadashiva. And the other two are one is the Tirobhava. Tirobhava is the free will of that Shiva Tattva by which the creation has begun. You can simply say Tirobhava means the bhava where that awareness allows itself to enter into the play. Because until it allows, that's a free will. It cannot enter into the play. You, me, all of us also, we cannot enter into the play until we will, until we create a desire, until we want to be in samsara. So in us that Sadashiva is there. We are not different from Sadashiva. Sadashiva is not somebody in the heavens, on the skies. It is our tattvas. In tattva, what were we understanding? The Param tattva we only we are. Paramashiva we are only are. But that nature, as it keeps on descending, we come to this state now where we have forgotten completely the deluded Shiva, Gajini, completely forgotten who we are. भुलक्कड़ जैसे घूम रहे ऐसे कौन हूं मैं कौन we don't remember who we are. See, in the morning when you wake up also, where do you remember? It takes some time for you to come back into your false eye. You wake up in a state of presence, I amness. You don't know who you are. But it's a peaceful state. It's a blissful and peaceful state, the I amness, Ardhanarishwara state. But before you know, the mind wakes up, the koshas open up one by one. Anandamaya kosha is that kosha where you are in the I amness, Ardhanarishwara, when you wake up in the morning. but hardly it is there for a moment. Practitioners of awareness will increase it. With their practices, they will, if they practice. Uh, Doing one webinar will not take you there. You have to have that practice. Those who practice, they can see when you wake up, you are in that suspended state. Your mind might wake up, but then you immediately become aware. Oh, I've entered into my mind. Immediately, you let go of the mind. Again, you go back into the I for a while. Stay there. That way, you increase that Ardhanareshwara state, and that is the Anandamaya Kosha. That means you are in the Anandamaya Kosha that time. And then, as you allow your Viganmaya Kosha to open up, the I comes up. I am so and so. That identity comes, and then the mind will come. Identity ka mind. So if I am this and this identity, that kind of thoughts will come. And the moment I catch the thought, that is where the interaction happens. What I said, the chase for experience. The moment you see mind, the experience. Wow. Because we are waking every day for an experience. Something incomplete, we wake up again. And so the mind reminds you what that experience is. It might be going for a movie, or going to your office, or building your career, or proposing somebody, or buying a new car, or taking an admission for a new career, whatever that may be in the morning. The pending experience will wake up, and then Ichha Shakti. The moment there is Ichha Shakti, Kriya will move. You will find your Prana Shakti, Pranamaya Kosha open up, energy will start moving, and then your body, Prana will move into your body, Annamaya Kosha will wake up. It start moving. Moving for what? Moving under the direction of the mind because it has seen something. The eye has seen something. The Gyanmaya Kosha has seen the Manomaya Kosha. And it has remembered some experience. So Ichha comes, desire comes. The moment desire comes, before you know, the prana is moving in your vehicle, that is the body, to get that work done. See how unconscious it is. You throwing up your blanket and running out of the bed, you're not aware of how the eye projects to that mind, and you have caught on some thought, and that thought has made you move. People of awareness are fully aware of how I'm getting up, aware of where I am going, aware of how my mind is taking me to do this. For that root practice, you have to practice living in awareness. You're aware all the time of. You don't stop anything. Awareness doesn't mean you stop. Things happen because everyday life has to go on. You have to go and build your career, or you have to buy that particular thing, or you have to go to the office, or whatever it is. But you are simply aware. Or you must have children. You got to rear those children. But you are aware of how a thought of a child came into your head and how you are moving towards that child, or how you are calling out for that child. You're aware. Inside, outside action is happening. Body is acting, mind is acting, but behind that mind, the witness is aware. For that, root practice. Without the root practice, you cannot get this. So tomorrow's webinar also is from that only. Strengthening the root practice. So the Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, the creator, the maintainer, the destroyer. This is in us. Sadashiva is in us. Don't think he's somewhere else that you have to contact him. It is inside. You who have the desire to create is one head of that Sadashiva. You, whatever who you create, you want to maintain it. That is the Vishnu Tattva in you. Maintenance, sustainer. And you who want to destroy certain things, I don't like this. I am removing this. I'm cutting out from here, whatever that is. That's the Rudra Tattva. You're finishing it. Or the Rudra Tattva in you. You have done so much. One whole lifetime. I've done everything. Now enough. Too much. Now I want to be free. What is that? Destroyer is activated. Rudra, you want to finish off your game. These three are in you only. You are only deciding these three. So you deciding means you, the God in you. You are only that God. The God in you is deciding. And whenever it decides to create universe, it will create universe. To maintain your universe, it will maintain. Yatha pindande tata brahmande. As your pindanda, so your brahmanda. Yatha pindande tata brahmande. Pindanda and brahmand. That is what we have been talking all these 5 days. Microcosm, micro and macrocosm. Projections there. Whatever is in your universe is that universe. So you, when you say my universe, my Jagat, my family, my life, my thinking, my future, that is your Brahmanda. That is called Pindande. When we all mini Pindandes are put together, that becomes Brahmande. Simple. Actually, there is no Brahmanda for you. There is no Brahmanda. I'm telling you, seriously. You sit and contemplate. Now, for example, you will say there is Brahmanda. Oh, so many things are happening here, there. How do you know? Social media. Let us say now war is happening, right? Everybody is tense. What will happen? World war, this, that. Okay, fine. I'm telling you one thing. All this 1 year or these last few months, you're hearing about so much, and we are tensed and scared, and what all things, anticipation going on. I'm telling you, it is because information is coming to you. You don't have a direct experience of what's happening in America or in Iran or in Israel or any place. You have absolutely no idea. It is some images coming to you and you are updated. Let us assume we go back 20, 30, 40, 50 years back when there was no television, no social media, no phone, no WhatsApp, nothing. Let's go to Air India. Not Air India, Akashvani, radio. I remember those days because I've been through all these phases. I've sat with my grandfather when radio was there and no television was there, no telephones were there. I was there in that time. I was there when the telephone came, of the television came. I'm there in this yoga, so I can compare the notes and see. If you take back yourself to the time when radio was there, some of you will know it. Youngsters will not know it. At that time, you relied only on the news, 8 o'clock news or morning news. You have to on the radio, and that is your whole idea. You have no other idea what's. Suppose that radio doesn't work, you have no idea of what's going on in the other side of the world. And newspapers, of course. Go back again before Independence Days. Then there was not even radio. What was life? Your life was you, your family, maximum your village. You don't know what's happening in the other village. No tension. Countries you don't know they exist also. Where is the tension? All are free, happy, healthy, joyful, peaceful. No tension, no diseases like what we have today, psychosomatic. Those days, nothing. Most of these diseases were eventually discovered, invented, invented by human beings. From where do the disease come? We are discussing that. Karan Sharira. What pollutes the Karan Sharira? Mana, astral body. Too much of thinking, too much of information gets into the mind. That reactions, then the creation of fear, then negative energies in the astral body, that pollutes both the causal body and the physical body. All kind of diseases, all kind of stress. From where it is coming? Where is this Brahmanda? It doesn't exist. You think about it. We are saying It exists only because you are seeing pictures. You might say, I've traveled there. Only when you have traveled. And what have you traveled? Which place have you, how much have you traveled? That also is very limited. Even if you go to another country, you know very little about that place. Rest all is again information about the rest of the country. What you are seeing is your experience. But that experience, when you are there, let's say you go to Singapore or you go to USA or England, you are there and you are having an experience. That time you don't know back in India what's happening. Again, it's social media. Your reality is where you are, the presence. That is your experience. And that experience can be anything. You might be sitting right in USA and feeling the most peaceful. And your friend might be feeling very jittered, scared, worried. I was seeing one guy is posting reels. He's an Indian. He's in Iran. He's posting reels. And what is he making, reels? He's shooting the villages. He's entering the village, talking about the beauty of the deserts, beauty of those constructions, beauty of the culture, beauty of their food, beauty of the Iranians. A Hindu boy. He's living there, I think. See, when you look at his reels, everything feels so peaceful. At the same time, somebody else is posting all about bombs and danger and all their current news. What you see, your experience is that. So that guy who's choosing to move around and see beauty in the most disastrous place is having, you look at his environment, you look at his mind, you look at his uh, words, peace. Astral body is the cause of everything, the mind. How you react and how you are projecting, how you are gone into unwanted things. We put our head into all the news and then we say world is in trouble, what to do? Somebody next to you is snoring in peace. You are troubled because you chose to put your mind into filth and connect to all those things which are right now your imagination. It's all imagination. Something is happening there, but you are imagining things according to you are blowing it out of proportions at many times. Sometimes what news you hear might not be true. Sometimes it is exaggerated news. You look at an exaggerated news and then you imagine even 10 times more than that. And you are creating something, but in reality, it is something else. So, what is reality? It's not reality, it's all fake. Nothing is real there. The mind keeps on cooking all these things continuously. So, the more interest you take in your mind, the more you live in your imaginations. Yatha Pindande, Yatha Brahmande. Your universe is your universe. If there are 50 people sitting here, all the 50 people have 50 universes. All पिंडांड है सब पिंडांड है ब्रह्मांड नहीं है what they think as brahmand they are experiencing in their pindand. Your astral body you are experiencing so called cosmos and planets. Are you there out there? You are not there. Where are you experiencing planets? Where are you experiencing the cosmos? Where are you experiencing the news of other countries? In your astral body. So your mind projects, you are having a cinema screen and all the projections you are doing there, and then you are reacting to that in your pindanda. That is called your Brahmanda. So you all have your personal universe. And who's the creator of that universe? You, Sadashiva, first, the first creator. Brahma Tattva. You only create that universe. You live and maintain. You maintain your flaws. You maintain your imaginations. You maintain your ignorances. You maintain all your connections, you maintain your moha, you maintain your investments, you maintain your entanglements, you only maintain. That's what I'm saying. No, until you want to maintain, nobody can free you. Not your guru, not the Guru Mandala, not Shiva. No God can cure you. I want to maintain. Your wish, you are Shiva. I will maintain my Brahmanda. What I have created, I will keep maintaining it. You will maintain it. That maintenance only is what goes into your causal body. You're not letting go of anything while in the astral body and physical body. You're having experiences. You're not leaving any ignorances, any concepts, any all is atipriya for you. You're holding on to all these things. They will get into your causal body and they will become the cause of your next birth. So aren't you not maintaining your universe? You are only maintaining your universe. Coming again and again in your own Brahmanda. There is no outside Brahmanda actually. Right now, even if I talk to you about Brahmanda, you are still in your personal Brahmanda only experiencing that in your thoughts, in your imagination. At night, when you're tired of your projection, your Brahmanda collapses, pralaya happens, and you go to sleep. You're back to Chidakash. Game temporarily fallen. You're taking rest. So, if you want to maintain this Brahmanda, because you created it, you maintain, you create, you maintain, and if you say, no, I want to finish up this ignorance. What ignorance? I give it up. But nothing is real. Then the third, Mahesh has got activated. Rudra. You are Brahmanda, you are only destroying now. Isn't it? Pralay. When all your Brahmanda is destroyed, what remains? Chidakash. From where you came, you have gone back there. You, the Param Shiva. You came in, you became the creator. You maintained and maintained till you found it is no more needed. You destroyed everything. The more you destroyed everything, the more free you become. And you go back to your real state. Now, the three zones of Sadashiva, the three heads. Now, the fourth one is this. Fourth one power is this, where I let myself loose and I want to have an experience. I allow the ego to overtake me. That is called Tirobhava. Nature of Shiva, where he allows the ego to overtake. It's otherwise, how can you have an experience? You cannot have an experience. You are in the Chidakash, non-dual space. No experience at all. To play the game, you have to allow you have to lose yourself from that nothingness to somethingness. That first desire to lose yourself is this creation of Shakti. Shakti emerges from that, which is Shiva only. And Shakti, due to the Shakti, the creation began. Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. From there, the creation begins. After that, gods come. Sadashiva is not the final, it is a step down. Ishwar Tattva is a step down. So, the Shiva that you are worshipping, the Trishul Jatadhari, is the step down version. Sadashiva, the and the third Kritya of that Shiva Tattva, which is Maheshwara, Shankara. That is the one you worship with the Trishul Jata. That also has a birth and that also dies. That Shiva also. Because it is born out of nothingness and it goes back to nothingness. Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh all have deaths. And millions of times they have come. You read the Arunachala Purana. New people can read it. It's there in the playlist in my channel. Go and read the secrets. Where the Param Shiva, the pure awareness tattva of Shiva reveals that so many times Brahma has come, Vishnu has come, Mahesh has come. In Arunachal only, different yugas. Multiple time it keeps repeating. So the gods that you look at are also the gods after a certain time. They disappear after the work is done. So these three, we understand. The fourth one is the Thirobhava, by which it is allowed, the free will to have an experience. It's called the Swatantra Shakti in Shiva Sutra. Swatantra इच्छा है वो, the free will to have an experience. That is from where you get the concept that I have the free will. Yes, you have the free will to create the world, to remain in this world or leave. You have free will. Who are you? Shiva only. It began with that free will. Without that free will, it doesn't have an experience. That's why that experience is called just a play, just a dual experience. Get into it, expand into it, have the own experience, and then settle back into that. It's just like you're sitting like this, staring all the time into darkness. What can you get there? Nothing is there in that darkness. You don't even know who you are in that darkness, but you have a presence. That is the best, closest way to define pure presence. When you are there, but full dark. You can't see yourself. You can't see anything. Pitch dark. You are only aware of your presence. Let's say no mind, nothing, just the presence. Now, to have an experience, light has to come out. That light is only the first light of Shiva, which projects when that light falls, then the other things happen. The light and the sound. The sound is that vibration, that movement. Yesterday we explained. What is that movement? Tirobhava. Once the Tirobhava is there, it allows, and the moment it allows, Shakti appears. Shakti appears. Now I can look at something. Till it is in me, how can I? If you keep, the ladies keep the purses, right? They have the mirrors. If you keep the mirror in your purse with you, you can't see yourself, but you have to take it out. When you take it out, you look at it. When you look at it, you know yourself, you see yourself. That's, you can say, Shiva experiencing itself through Shakti. Otherwise, there is no experience. And that Shakti Tattva only further expands and has multiple infinite kind of experiences, creation, but the Shiva Tattva is experiencing all the aspects of Shakti at the same time. Whatever it is multiplied into, in that you, me, everybody is there, specks of dust. We are all speck of dust from that Shakti. So you can say Shiva is aware of the dust around him. Each dust has a Brahmand of its own. You can see each of us sitting here, how big our Brahmanda is, our life, our stories. Imagine all the mini Shivas running their own Brahmandas. And there is a big one, the supreme one, in which all the mini Shivas are floating with their little environment, with their little universes. That infinite space in which all these specks are running around is called the Chidakasha, that space. And that is the Param Shiva. No form, no attribute. Nirguna, Nirakara. That is Mahadev. Pure presence, pure awareness. That is only called Chidakasha. Self realization is realizing this only. Self is this only. Whenever every particle realizes the self in them, because we are all explosions of that Shiva, where that Shiva only, after that Tirobhava nature to expand, and Shakti explodes into infinite pieces. Every piece has got the light of Shiva, the Jnana of Shiva, the Panchakritya, everything is there. All the tattvas are there. Whatever Shiva is there, Paramatma, Paramatma, whatever is there, all the qualities come into Atma, Jivatma. Jivatma is mini, micro, and that is macro. Paramatma is macro, Jivatma is micro. But both have the same qualities because it's a reflection. These are all mini Shivas. That explosion, and that is called as a Tirobhava nature. It allows itself to expand. And it allows itself to forget. You can say the Shiva is allowing. That is why you, me, all are Shiva. We have forgotten. Why? Once upon a time, I agreed to forget myself so that I can experience. Because if I don't forget myself, how can I have an experience? I will remain Shiva only, non dual. To have an experience, that has to be forgotten. That forgetting nature is Tirubhava, which is intentional. Now, the fifth Kritya of Shiva is it has allowed itself to forget, but then where is the end to that experience? It will go on. It is like you are creating an artificial robot, AI, artificial intelligence. You created it, and there is no end programming to it. It has started. Now you don't know. I don't know what will happen if that happens. I don't think it's possible because somewhere the AI is always controlled by HI, human intelligence. Human intelligence has created AI. HI has created AI. No, AI. Yeah, HI has created AI. So still the control remains of AI in HI only. Now who has created HI? CI, cosmic intelligence. Cosmic intelligence has created human intelligence. Human intelligence created artificial intelligence. If you see in one way, cosmic intelligence only has created AI. True human intelligence. That's all. We are mediators. But these pitiable mediators, when they forget that they are the instrument by which things are happening to them, that is called ego. That's called doership. And then say, I did it. When they claim, humans claim, I did it, forgetting there is a cosmic intelligence that is running over them, that is where bondage happens. Doership comes, and doership makes one stuck in Mayayi Mal. All Shiva Sutras, what I'm telling you. Aanav Mal, the ego, looks into the Mayayi Mal. Only the ego can catch the Mayayi Mal because the ego is separated itself. Ego means what? Aanav Mal means what? I've forgotten I am Shiva. That is the Aanav Mal, first Mal, first impurity. So because I forgot myself and I believe now I am this, my kingdom opens, my universe opens. Now whatever I'm looking at, that's called Maya, projection of my mind. The ego is projecting something through the mind, and whatever it is looking at, now it has forgotten it is Shiva. So it thinks it is this, and so it is identifying itself with those objects. And so it wants to have an experience. And when it wants to have an experience, it catches on that. When it catches, karma mal, third mala. First is the anamal, the ego mal, impurity. Because of the ego, there is maya mal. Maya means the projections of the mind. You catch it seriously. When you catch the Mayayi Mal, third Mal, karma Mal opens up. You start doing karma with that. And then karma rina starts. Where is the problem? I, the doer, human intelligence. The doer felt I, the doer focused on something, chased it, caught it. Now the price you have to pay, who? Doer has to pay. That is karma mala. Nirmal man means this, removing these three malas, three impurities, three granthis, Brahma Granthi, Vishnu Granthi, and Rudra Granthi. You understand the same stuff. You see all the Brahma Granthis at the karmic level in your Muladhara. And in your center being is your Vishnu Granthi, which is more in the Maya Iman. Breaking the Rudra Granthi means you're becoming free of Maya. And the third Granthi is the Rudra Granthi, which is breaking the I, finishing the I. You must have heard these words, Granthi Chedana. ग्रंथि को छेदते वो चित शक्ति जब आती, चित शक्ति is your consciousness. When it is in that blockage, that Brahma Granthi in the Mooladhara, it is desperately bound by ignorance, Pashu Tulya, literally just living. कोई अर्थ नहीं. It doesn't even know what it is. It is totally in karma, simply doing actions, karma mala, and gathering karma phala. With the rise of Chit Shakti from Brahma Granthi, Vishnu Granthi, it it becomes aware of Maya, spirituality, and then it's working towards that Vishnu Granthi and removing the Maya. That's all what we are doing. Most of us are doing the Granthi Chedana of Vishnu Granthi. It's very difficult, ye Chedan. Brahma Granthi may be activated by a guru or it might be activated by your previous good karma. Or you must have had a guru in a previous life, something, and this time you might not have. Or you might go to a guru and the guru's kripa activates the Brahma Granthi. That is what you call a Shaktipat, and the Chit Shakti rising from there, Kundalini Shakti rising from there, Shaktipat, and all that what you're saying is the same concept. Granthi Chedan hua hai wo, Brahma Granthi. Without that, you cannot awaken and see the Maya next one. So the first one normally is done by grace or guru. The second one is done by the sadhaka, seeker. Seeker only has to do the Vishnu Granthi Chedana. And that is what you guys are doing. Granthi Chedan. All these practices to remove the mala of the mind, the attachments, realizing tattva bodha, what we did all these 5 days from the webinar, tattva bodha. This is all the Vishnu Granthi Chedan to get rid of the Maya mala. And when succeeded, it goes to the third one, and third one is purely grace. You cannot do it. And that's what we are attempting to move. Some of you have moved to that zone where you fully realize the Maya mala. Now you are hovering around that I amness. And you can't do anything more than that. You can go take yourself and keep yourself placed in the Ardhanareshwara state, the I amness, as much as possible again and again. That is the effort of your Vishnu Granthi Chedana. When the Vishnu Granthi Chedana has happened properly and completely through repeated practice, Prayatna Sadhaka, your efforts it is. Vishnu Granthi Chedana is completely yours. If you are lethargy, kuch nahi hona. Of course, the Guru Shakti or the Ishvara Shakti is there after the Brahma Granthi Chedana. It is there. Whether you ask it or not, it's there. It's with you. But it does not do. It might help you sustain, but you are the doer. You have to do it here. The doership is there here. With the doership, you have to do it. And when you thin out, now you're easily able to cut out from the this and not getting too caught up. And you may get caught up, but it's not so easy for you to fall into it. Even if you fall into it, you might rise immediately out of it. That is all the efforts that you put with the grace. And then when you go to the Rudra Granthi Chedana, there you can't do anything. You can take yourself and leave it there. Rudra Granthi Chedana is purely by the grace of God. And that is what I explained to you as Teevra Shaktipat of Shiva. Mandha Shaktipat is at the Brahma Granthi. Madhya Shaktipat is at the Vishnu Granthi. And Teevra Shaktipat is at the Rudra Granthi. Second is Vishnu Granthi. In that also there are many levels of Shaktipats that's happening. Now, Shaktipat doesn't mean somebody is giving from. It is this fourth nature that I'm telling. Tirobhava nature. After that, Tirobhava is where Shiva or I allow myself to come into this game. But till when am I going to play it? Artificial intelligence is created. If I have to stop that artificial intelligence, human intelligence must stop it, right? Otherwise, it cannot control. Imagine if the human being creates something and the human being forgets about it, or the artificial intelligence becomes very powerful that now it doesn't listen to this also. It's gone mad. That is the chance, right? When I lose myself, Shiva, Param Tattva, when I lose myself and let me go, till where am I going to go? Till Patal Loka? And what beyond? So there is a time limit set for that, so that you are for eternity are not gone. And that is the fifth Kritya of Shiva, called Anugraha Shakti. Anugraha Shakti is grace, which is in the Tirubhava. When the time comes, when you have gone to the extreme, Anugraha Shakti activates the fifth Panchakritya of Shiva, activates itself. And when it activates, that grace starts bringing that soul back by the process of remembering who am I. So, Anugraha Shakti is the fifth Kritya of Shiva, which activates at a certain time in every speck of dust, every ego. Some time it activates when it goes through the extreme. And when it activates, it starts getting the awakening. Now you carefully think of your own story, spiritual journey. Did you decide to come into spirituality or things happened to you? No one can say one fine day I just woke up and I said I want to become spiritual or religious. Let me start going to this god or guru. No way. There will be many events that led you slowly to this. That event is called Anugraha Shakti. It might be disappointment, it might be a death of a loved ones, it might be a disease, it might be a loss, it might be some mishap, something it can be, which makes you question what am I alive for? What is happening in my life? What is the meaning of all this existence? Why do I come? Why do I go? Why does this world come and go? What happens? After life, what happens? Is there something else? What is the meaning of life? Purpose of life? Kya hai? Who's giving you that? That is the Anugrah Shakti. That's not you. Because you imagine you are in some rotten shit. You are lost yourself completely. Where is the chance for you to remember? How are you going to remember? You look at all the ignorant people right now, criminals and those who are completely lost their heads, who are come like Pashus. Do you think any Gyan can help them? Nobody can help them. They only have to awaken one day. When are they going to awaken? Maybe 10 janmas later or 1,000 janmas later. But they will awaken when the Anugrah Shakti activates, because there is an extreme point, saturation point. उसके बाद वो activate होता है. And that can mean even intense suffering. Sometimes when the being goes too much into extreme suffering, that can bring an awakening. So that extreme suffering also is called grace. That is why Shiva says in Shiva Sutras that every suffering is grace, because it reminds you what you are holding on to is not real. For that, sometimes you have to get repeated thrashing. The ego has to get thrashing so much. So all these stories, when people say, and so many people I talk to, they will say their story. ऐसा हुआ लाइफ में, वो हुआ, then this happened, then my life went for a toss, and then it was so hard, and then this trouble came, then that trouble came. Oh bhaiya, I'm so stuck and I'm miserable. Inside I smile, outside I can't smile. They will run away then, or they will get upset with me. What they are telling is their anugrah shakti is activating, because sometimes the ego cannot understand easily. उसको थप्पड़ चाहिए, मार चाहिए, उसको टॉर्चर चाहिए. देन ओनली देखो, जब अच्छे दुख आता है, द नाइसली वी गेट ट्रबल्ड इन द वर्ल्ड, देन हाउ इजीली वी कम टू गॉड, टू स्पिरिचुअलिटी, हाउ इजीली वी गो फॉर सर्च फॉर a guru. If life is going wonderful, will anybody do it? Will a criminal with a pistol ever think of going to a guru? He might, but there again, it is not for redeeming. It might be for some powers, that they get some more power. So that fifth kritya in our life is Anugrah Shakti. I think we have talked so much on Anugrah Shakti in our retreats and past 2 years that now most of you have understood that everything in life is just grace. So every awakening, every one thought, every inspiration that you are getting is nothing but the pure grace of Shiva itself. And that Shiva is not sitting in the heaven. It is you only, a component of you only. In you only that is rising, because you from that nothingness came into somethingness. Then the Panchakritya, the five faculties in you, you activated, you created, you maintained. Now you are destroying. Why? Because the fifth Kritya has got activated. Now, when you understand this, the fifth Kritya, oh, grace, and that grace is illuminating you. Now you use the third Kritya in you, Rudra Tattva. Then that is the Vairav Tattva, Rudra. Now your destruction is in the right direction. Pehle your destruction was to go down, Adhogati. Oh, I don't like this fellow, remove this from my mind. Oh, I don't like this enemy, remove it. Shatru Nash. वो भी destruction ही है. But why am I destroying? So that I can do more mischief. That is also wisdom. ज्ञान शक्ति से कर रहे, इच्छा शक्ति, क्रिया शक्ति हो रही है with ज्ञान शक्ति. But that ज्ञान शक्ति is अधोगति वाला संसार. Now your ज्ञान शक्ति has turned upward. पहले it was संगार चक्र, सृष्टि चक्र going down. Now the chakra, the triangle has turned upward. Shakti is moving upward now. Sangar chakra, it is destroying. Sangar means destruction. So now you have got the jnana of the real jnana. You got the jnana, wisdom, understanding that this is not real. Anywhere I go down in suffering. So now you have icha. I am going to destroy my creation. That the triangle has turned upward now. Rudra Tattva. Now you are calling to Kala Bhairava. Now Kala Bhairava will activate. Kala Bhairava will not activate when you're going down. Oh, call Kala Bhairava and Shatrunash karo. Or destroy my old habits so that I can get new habits. destroy my obstacles so that I can create new desires and attract new obstacles. That's not the Bhairav Tattva. Bhairav Tattva is this, the right direction. And you got the right Gyan. Jnana Shakti is now your Icha Shakti is different, your Kriya will be different. That is Anugrah Shakti, the fifth Kritya. So with Anugrah Shakti, when it activates, the Bhairav Tattva is ready now because you are moving upward. Why do you think Dakshinamurti is sitting south faced? See the word Dakshina Murti. Murti is face. Where you are facing. Dakshina is south. So that Guru Tattva, which we have talked enough at the Paravani state, the Paravani state where the Shiva Tattva appears as the Guru Tattva, the inner Guru, that is looking downwards because from down you are looking upward. Grace flows from north to south. We are in the south. South means going down, Dakshinaya. Uttarayan is up. You're moving upward. When you move upward, you get the grace of Dakshina, Dakshinamurti. So Rudra Tattva, everything Tattva is coming downwards. You have to face to the grace. To face to the grace, you have to be looking at the self. You look in the opposite direction, grace is not there. Then that's the Tirobhava nature. The fourth Kritya is going on, expanding. So you can say it's like a rubber band. How much can you pull down? How much can you pull? Extreme one point is there. After that, it has to come back. It has to return back. So that rubber band is here, Sahasrara, and you can say from your Sushumna you are pulled that rubber band. Till where are you going to go? Maximum. Till your Muladhara. Have you heard stories where it is gone beyond the Muladhara? Down? Anybody? You'll never hear it. Last state is Muladhara. That means it has an extreme point. That is the heights of ignorance. When you go directly to the tamas, Shakti goes into tamas and she's completely forgotten and she's Kundali Mare, she's sleeping down there. That is the Sushupti state, tamas. From tamas, somebody has to active the Brahma Granthi has to be awakened, and then the Kundalini has to awaken, and then she will move upward toward the Vishnu Granthi. So from Sushupti, she's moving towards Swapna. Swapna is that Vishnu Granthi, which is Mayayi Mal. Swapna is all Maya, mind. And that is, she is moving from tamas to rajas. Rajsik she has become. Hyper. That is why I'm telling all these paths, the red is Manipura red, orange. Color देखो, fire. Rajas hai, rajas. It's all about Shakti, tapas, do this, do that, this sadhana, that sadhana. Why you have awakened that from the black Muladhara, tamas, tamas se you are awakened. You have to keep moving, otherwise, so jati ho fir wo. So Rajasic paths are needed. Rajas is activated, but then too much of Rajas. Once it has taken a momentum, then it moves to Sattva, white. It is like the rocket that needs intense force to go up through Rajas, and once it reaches the orbit, relaxed. No engine, nothing is needed. It is in the being. Doing khatam ho gaya, in the being. That is the path you are doing now. The third path, the being. That is why we are understanding about this is a path of non-doing. Karne se nahi hota. Karna is needed at one point to have a momentum. But once you have gained that momentum, once you have understood and you're far from tamas, if you have done your proper sadhanas, your Rajsik sadhanas, the red and orange colored sadhanas, activity wala, josh wala, shakti wala, if you have done it, then you have broken the Vishnu Granthi. And if you have broken the Vishnu Granthi, now you are heading towards Rudra Granthi, then it's a relaxed journey from there. Welcome to Bhagwan Ramana's and Nisargadatta Maharaj's zone. Nityanand Bhagwan's. That is why you can see white langot wale hain. White langot or nagna, almost naked. You see the clothes are disappearing. The black clothes to red clothes to white clothes. White clothes also not full. लंगोट तक आ गया, छोटा वाइट है, छोटा सत्व आ गया. सत्व मीन्स बैलेंस. नीदर तामसिक नीदर राजसिक, दैट इज सत्व. नीदर हाइपर एक्टिविटी नीदर स्लीपिंग, लेथार्जी, बैलेंस, सम्यक, संभाव आ गया, दैट इज वाइट. एंड दैट वाइट ऑल्सो मस्ट गो, दैट इज नंगा, नेकेडनेस. दिगंबर अवधूत. अवधूत सर नेकेड क्यों बोलते हैं? गॉन, इवन द क्लॉथ इज गॉन, even the sattva is gone. That is nirguna nirakara. That is the param satta, param tattva, paramatma. That is the Mahadev state, pure awareness, which doesn't have a form, nirguna nirakara, no clothes there. That is why Datta Bhagwan in that state is nude, digambar avadhuta hai. Those are states. Now you'll understand the importance when we are concentrating on the avadhut tattva. I said this shifting into awareness is completely avadhut tattva marg. Look at our pages, mystical mistakes, the Avadhutas. We have different pages for that. Focused on that, and we contemplate on the Avadhut Gita. We have done that. Courses are there. You can see. Our tattva is on Avadhutas. You can see my life and all my incidents that I keep posting, all about Avadhutas. Fascination about Avadhutas. Being with them. You can see in Tiruvannamalai, in our retreats and all that. We have the presence of two Avadhutas by grace, Topi Amma and Om Amma, and easily available. मुशक्कत नहीं करना है. Through the retreats, we have their presence. Avadhut Tattva, that's the grace of the path. अवधूतों का कृपा है, दिगंबर. And grace of Arunachala, grace of Ramana, which now brings us to that non-doing zone. And now it is giving the jnana of the self. You have to travel this journey. Granthi Chedan hona hai. Vishnu Granthi you have to cross. The doing has to stop at one point. This zone, no sadhanas will work. Here it is pure awareness. You are simply aware of everything, doing, non doing. You are just a witness. You witness everything. That witness is called the Nischala Tattva. Shakti was chanchal down. First she was sleeping, then she became active and full activity. After that, Josh Khatam. She's still down, she's calmed down. That is the opening of Devi Kalotra. So Devi Kalotra opening is for those who are entering into the white zone, who are entering into this path of wisdom. The path of wisdom. ज्ञान मार्ग उसलिए कहते हैं, ज्ञान असली ज्ञान होता है. The real ज्ञान, whatever you heard today is the ज्ञान मार्ग. It gave you the full ज्ञान and clarity of what you did, why you did, what's happening, and where are you right now. ज्ञान मार्ग, by which you will relax and let go of everything. You are in the orbit now. You are suspended. When you let go of the doership and my doing, that is called surrender. Any other surrender which you say, I have surrendered to my guru, I have surrendered to God, is not surrender. That's the ego playing another game. The real surrender is when you come into just pure awareness and everything is okay for you. Doing, not doing. You are neither tamasic, dead, neither you are hyper alive. You are simply awake. That wakefulness, because Shiva is awake. Look at the Shiva Tattva, Mahadev. Mahadev does not react. All the other tattvas below him react. The Bhairav Tattva, the Rudra Tattva, the Shankara, the Shiva that you know, they all react and they have some performances, some activity to do in the whole plane. But that pure awareness, the Mahadev, is simply a witness. And to come and become one with that, you left that, you are only Mahadev, you are only Mahadev. Right now, you have forgotten. So, Anugrah Shakti is reminding you. That is called Pratibhignya, Shiva Sutras. The process of remembering yourself. So beautiful. That's why I love the Shiva Sutras so well. The Shiva Sutra is very difficult. It's very different from this approach, subjective approach. The Shiva Sutras that you see on the YouTube or in the books are completely an objective approach where the Shiva is still outside and they are learning about the Shiva and they are connecting to that and they're moving, and it's all glorified in a different manner. But what I am talking is actually you are only that. You have forgotten and you are now remembering yourself. Who am I? That is why the word who am I? मैं कौन हूँ? मैं शिव हूँ. And you can't understand that from Brahma Granthi or Vishnu Granthi. You cannot understand it when the Chit Shakti is in the lower chakras. It has to rise above here. It has to come to the Vishuddhi. निर्मल मन, निश्चल मन, विशाल मन. निर्मल, देखो चार सब मल गया, तीनों मल. The three malas which are there, Aanav Mal, Mayayi Mal, Karma Mal. When the Shuddhikarana, this is the Akash Tattva. Muladhar is the Prithvi Tattva, earth. Next is the Jala Tattvas, Swadhisthana, water. Next is the Manipuraka, which is the Agni Tattva, fire. And then you have the heart, Anahata, which is the Vayu Tattva or air element. And then you have the sky element, Vishuddhi, Akash Tattva. By the time the Chit Shakti has come till here, all your doing has gone now. Doing is all in the Manipur area. All the paths and doings and sadhanas is there. It is much better than Muladhara, but much better than that is again coming into the zone of non-doing. Akash Tattva is where the beginning of your realization of Shiva Tattva. Beyond this is the Param Tattva, the self, which is here. Now the self is here and you are come till here. You, the Parvati has come till here. Now what bridges this and this to reach here? The Shiva, Guru Tattva, Jnana Tattva, Jnana Marg. This is the Murugan Karthikeyan, the son of Shiva. Shiva is pure awareness. This is reflected awareness. Only this, by this you can know this. The Guru Tattva, the importance of Guru Tattva. Without the Guru Tattva, it's impossible to understand the Param Tattva. This is the zone of all the Avadhootas, the Guru Tattvas, Dakshinamurti, Dattatreya Bhagavan. All you can see at this level. So this is known as the Guru Chakra. And here is the Tattva of Guru Dakshinamurti. By the grace of which you are lifted. Understand, it's not your effort alone. There's the grace that pulls you. Because the grace only activated you, right? You are forgotten. It activated and made you remember Anugrah Shakti. And slowly that only is pulling you. That you will not realize till you have crossed the Vishnu Granthi. Once you cross the Vishnu Granthi, you will realize, अरे मैंने कुछ किया ही नहीं, मैंने साधना भी नहीं किया. सब कृपा है. Grace has pulled me till here. Grace has brought me till here. Then you start worshipping the grace only. But for that, Vishnu Granthi पार होना चाहिए. And the moment Vishnu Granthi is closed, open, then or crossed, surrender will start happening to you because you understand you are not doing anything. You have been made to do. You will understand you have been made to do. Like I said, no, somebody asked me, adhikara, किसने अधिकार दिया तुमको करने? मैं बोला जाओ उसको पूछो. तुम जाने ही नहीं शिव को अपने. तत्व को ही नहीं जाने. सब कृपा से होती है. कोई लिख के नहीं लाया. मैं अपने करियर में नहीं लिखा था इन द बचपन में. आई विल सिट हियर टीचिंग अबाउट ऑल दिस थिंग्स. आई विल टीच अबाउट शिव सूत्रस. आई विल टीच अबाउट दिस. मेरे अंदर इतना ज्ञान है, उतना ज्ञान है. नो क्लेम्स. Unfolded. What can you do about it? Like life is unfolding for everybody, it is unfolding for me also. It's unfolding for you also. You know it very well because when you don't have any plans and you are there, you are in some position, then and whatever you do, you are taken there. What can you do about it now? हाथ पैर मार के क्या होगा? When you understand it's param tattva, it is the kripa, you just shut up then. अधिकार उसका ही है, हमारा कुछ नहीं. आई शुड हैव आस्क्ड, आपको किसने अधिकार दिया? सबके अधिकार पूछते घूम रहे हो, आपको किसने अधिकार दिया? अरे अपने भीतर जाओ, तुमको जो जो अधिकार दिया है उतना करो तुम, दुनिया का छोड़ो, उसके लिए महादेव है, वो है ना परम सत्ता, वो कर रहे। We are not doing anything, I'm telling you. We are not doing anything. We will come to know that one after one point. And when you come to know, your life becomes relaxed. That is where you say surrender. जो है ठीक है तो भी ठीक, नहीं तो भी ठीक, whatever, everything is fine. Then there is no proposal to do or not do, or this or that, or thousands which are, and the sitting with the logic and planning, कुछ नहीं, सब ठीक, ये भी ठीक, वो भी ठीक। जिंदा और रहना है, यू वांट टू सर्वाइव अ लिटिल मोर, दैट भी ठीक, नहीं लौटना है, कॉल आया, चलो वो भी ठीक, एवरीथिंग इज। सो द sadhaka comes till here, the seeker practitioner comes till here. The inner guru has to awaken. Without the inner guru support, you cannot be knowing about it. The outer gurus will help you push from down. Hmm? From Mooladhara, they are waking you up, they are firing you, they are whipping you, they are motivating you, they are inspiring you, they are pushing you, they are doing everything. They are praying for you, they are blessing you, because the outer gurus is nothing but the inner guru only. The Lord within only is manifested outside and is pushing. That is why Ramana beautifully says the outer guru pushes you towards the inner guru, and inner guru pulls you inside. God is pulling you, Shiva is pulling you through the inner guru and pushing you through the outer guru. Wow, so beautiful that is. Shiva is pulling you through the inner guru. You are pulling. You are gone down, no? Chitta Shakti. It is pulling you through this. See, the light has to come here, and this has to pull you, Dakshinamurti. But you are not able to listen all the time to your inside. You are going outside to run, and outside a guru is coming and standing. कहाँ जा रहे हो? जाओ अंदर. So that guru pushes you. It is the supreme's play only. From outside it is pushing, and from inside it is pulling. The day you rise above this, you'll realize all these things. And then you get surrendered to the inner guru. The moment you come till here and you are moving upward, the outer guru has done their work. The outer guru from the Muladhara can only come with you till here. That is the Ida Pingla Nadi. You can see till here journey hai. इधर से इधर अकेला यात्रा है. It's alone. And you can go alone only when you know who am I. And this is where Parvati is sitting at this chakra and conversing with Shiva. Parvati sitting at the feet of Shiva means she's sitting under this. You can see this under this. Here she is asking, Lord, tell me how can I merge with you? I've done everything. This is Devi Kalotra, what I'm saying. And then Shiva gives the Param Gyan. Says, the Brahma Gyan I'll give you, but hey Devi, first, drop your fears, your ignorances, and listen carefully to me. Be still. What does he say? Be still. Because our Chit Shakti can come here, idhar hi phada sakta. What is this phadapadaing? Doership. Doing. And Shiva says, no more doing. Give up all your doings. That is the secret of Devi Kalotra, where he's telling, give up all your meditation, chakra meditation, kundalini sadhanas. You are moving around in pilgrimages, this, that, whatever you're doing, just give it up. Give up all the worship of all the gods and deities. Shiva will never tell anybody below this. Huh? Devi Kalotra is not for everybody. That is why if the chiti of seekers are phadapadaing, it cannot understand Devi Kalotra. It will come till here, it will run down. How many times we have told about Devi Kalotra? It will come, no, 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 I want to be a doer. It will come down to the Manipura. Let's do this, let's do that. Okay, no problem. In time, it will be understood. So that nature of padpadawing is there. In Shakti, when it comes here, Shiva tells, first stop fluttering, stay still. Then only I will give the Brahma Gyan. This is the meaning. And because he knows why she's fluttering, he says, first give up everything, all the worship of everything, and just be. It will be always told here. And that is Arunachala Tattva. That is what you are told all these 3 4 years. All this jnana about just be, Nisardat Maharaja, Ramana Maharishi. So, tell me, who brings anybody to this path? It is sheer ignorance to even say somebody has left here and somebody has gone. Are, Kripa does it. When the time comes, you will be pulled to the Arunachala Tattva. I am not telling you will be pulled to me. I might exist or not exist, but the Tattva will always exist. There will be somebody else to give you that Gyan. Something else, somewhere. Not only one person is doing it, there are many other teachers. You will get attracted to where you are, where you deserve to be. It is all the Lord's play. Very difficult to explain this to the world. Literally impossible to explain to the world. So I say, Mauna, don't explain anything to anything. Anybody, don't explain anything. Just follow your heart, follow what is coming from inside. If your inside says, no, I have to go and do some more things, go and do. There is no force to hold anybody here. When we are not ripe, it will not happen. So I allow people to go. I ask them to go. Because I see that nature, I say, you are not ready yet. If you have not done the proper balancing, it's balanced, huh? Sattva is balanced. Samyak hai. It is neither hyper, neither inactive. It is neither tamas, neither rajas. But sometimes rajas people skip from the Muladhara only. Directly they say, this is good, they will come here. That is called escapism. Their upper 3 chakras only will be active, lower 3 will not be active. They have not balanced. For them also, when they come here, I say, no, go down. Go down. No retreats and all for you. You have to balance it properly. Where for you, it doesn't matter whether you are in the world or not matter, you are already free. That is called Jivan Mukta. Strive for this tattva. Jivan Mukta, Bhagwan Ram had. Being in the body, yet not of the world. It doesn't matter I should be here or in the ashram or here. It doesn't matter whether I should wear red clothes or black clothes or white clothes or no clothes or what. It doesn't matter. Anything, everything is just fine. You are not affected by any of these. That is Arunachala Tattva. So I concluded the whole thing with the uh, Tattva Bodha. You can see how deep it is. It is not just a webinar, what we just do and forget it. It's a repeated follow-up so that we understand the whole. Tattva Bodha means experiencing all my tattvas, my ability to experience, enter into every tattva. I enter into my mind, I enter into my koshas. I am there in my Anandamaya Kosha live. I am there in my Pranamaya Kosha live. I experience. I am in my physical body live. Wherever I am in the life, and I'm experiencing every part. That gives completion to my experience because I, the Shiva, came out to have an experience. That is when I can say I have experienced myself and my Brahmanda. That is the secret when Jesus Christ says, know thyself. Ramana says, know thyself. You'll know the Lord. Knowing yourself, your own Brahmanda will know what God is. God is nowhere outside. All those projections that you have, that Shiva is somewhere, Shakti is somewhere, and the other tattvas are somewhere, and you need to connect. These are all happening at the Vishnu Granthi level. Projections. The Vishnu Granthi is the Maya, the mind. It's all projecting. You have everything in your head, and you are worshipping, you are connecting to that, either outside in the world or in the mind. You see all these three, what we are talking, all three levels. It's called Trika. We'll go deeper again into the Shiva Sutras, but I will only open it only to the people who are moving to that level. Shiva Sutras, I told you, it's something very deep, and it cannot be taught. It is not a philosophy. It has to be realized. Every sutra you read, it's a realization. Sutras are very small, छोटा छोटा है, दो शब्द के है. Like I said, some of them I'm explaining again and again. Prayatna sadhaka, effort. Chaitanya Mahatma, the first verse. Everything is coming out of Chaitanya. Once you know this, there is no fight, there is no war, there is no battle between paths. No two teachers are fighting amongst each other and saying, I am great and you are great. That is because they have not understood the basics of Shiva Sutras, Chaitanya Mahatma. Everything Chaitanya is performing. You cannot ask adhikara kisne diya, wo kisne diya. Chaitanya is working through everything. And one that we discussed, Udyamo Bhairav. Yesterday I explained to you the actual meaning of Udyamo Bhairava. Usually in the Manipura level, when you look at Shiva Sutras, you'll say Udyamo Bhairava, awaken, O Bhairava. You're awakening the Bhairava. It is not really. You realize from the higher point, you understand you are only the Bhairava that's waking up. Udyamo Bhairava. And that's a flash of awareness. It happens in a flash when the Bhairava awakens within you. That because something in you awakens and in a flash, all your ignorance is gone and you experience that isness. That is Udyama Bhairava. These all are part of the grace Anugrah Shakti. So Shaktipat also I told you 3 levels. In that again three are there. Like I said, Adham, lowest one, Mandha Shaktipat, Madhya Shaktipat, and Teevra Shaktipat. So the first level is Mandh Madh, Mandh Madhya, Mandh Teevra. Second has Madhya, Mandh, Madhya Madhya, Madhya Teevra. And the third has Teevra Mandha, Teevra Madhya, Teevra Teevra. Again, it keeps on increasing the Shaktipat. And nothing to worry. These all you'll start experiencing inside. How Shiva Tattva, how the cosmic Tattva is actually giving you Shaktipats. You can see so many of you are having Shaktipats. Who's doing that? Nobody's from outside is doing. When you go into Samadhi, when you experience a tear, when you are tearful, when you are jittery, when Kriya is happening, when joy is bursting forth, when there is, a dance happening in you, or when there is Param Shanti. These are all Shaktipats. Different level of Shaktipats. So until you become aware, you will not see that Shiva is working in you as you. You have to become aware of this. Then all you are seeking from the outside, like, bless me from outside. कोई blessing बाहर से नहीं आता. That is for people who are in the Mandha level, all outside. What does Shiva tell Parvati in Vigyan Bhairav Tantra? Give up everything. Now practice this, your the awareness part. And then Parvati says, then if I have to practice only this and give up everything, why Mahadev you gave everything? All those sadhanas, so many sadhanas you have given. And Shiva says, those are for Mandha Buddhis. I am not saying this, it's there in read Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. This is for Mandha Buddhis. Mandha Buddhi means dull intellect. They also need sadhanas, they have different practice. Let them do it. For you, Parvati, it's not needed because Parvati has come till here. So what we are doing is all Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. Bhairav Tantra. See? Last Tantra, oh, that is the last Tantra given by Shiva to Parvati. Bhairav Tantra. Bhairav जिससे वो हटता है. And you look at the Bhairav Tantra, no tapasya is there, no kind of sadhana is there. Just awareness. All about awareness. And like I told you, many years back, I used to have these experiences deep within of awareness, and I just lost all my practice. I couldn't do it. It's not that I do it or not do it. It was not happening. Something was only taking me only to this awareness. And these Vigyan Bhairatantra, it started happening that time. I didn't know. Many years later, When I started teaching, after started teaching, and then the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra book came to me. I had not read it. Then I saw all these things are happening. So that's what I'm trying to say. The Shiva Tattva in us, the Guru Tattva in us knows what to give at what time. There is something that guides and protects all of us in our journey. So how can we be lost? There is a question of being lost. You are feeling lost because you are identified with all the things outside. So if one thing shakes outside, you feel lost. You have not been aware of the inner tattvas. So this is tattva bodha, what we are doing. So all these three levels. First is apara. You look outside. That is the Brahma Granthi. Your God is outside. You're in the temples, in the mosques, in the churches, in the gurudwaras. Everything is outside. The Guru also is outside. Worshipping all outside. That's the the Brahma Granthi, lowest. Mandha. And the next, Madhya Sadhaka. Mandha Sadhaka, Madhya Sadhaka, Teevra Sadhaka. Madhya Sadhaka sees outside Vinay, Bhitar bhi hai. From outside you come inside. That is when you start with Tattva Bodha. You are working on the Vishnu Granthi. Not only outside, you can see the Guru outside, the objects outside, idols outside, gods outside, but also you can see it in the mind inside. So you have advanced. Now more of meditation inward. Antaryatra Shuru. But that doesn't stop there. The third level, which is para. First is apara, second is para-para, and third is para, which is purna. In that, you only become that which you are worshipping. There is no Shiva to be looked outside, no Guru to be looked outside. You are the Guru Tattva, you are the Param Tattva, you start experiencing all in one. That is this state. That is the Ramana Tattva, Nisarga Tattva, Arunachala Tattva. So when you practice on that, you realize everything is inside only. So all your projections will stop either in the outside world or in the mind world. The Bhutakasha will collapse, the Chittakasha will collapse, and what remains is Chidakasha. So I deliberately, simultaneously, something was coming in my mind that whatever I'm talking today should be recorded, and I'm going to put this today's full session in YouTube. And that's the reason I was continuously talking on the whole gyan I have given, whole stuff. If you repeatedly listen to it again and again, it will be very crystal clear of where you are in the journey. So there will be no fear on anything, no doubts of anything, and you'll understand everything is within. So tomorrow, whoever wants to experience or practice, deepen the root level practices, you can join 12 to 4. And all of you who have done this Tattva Bodha, no need to register. All who had done last Sunday's webinar, the root, no need to register. These two people. Anybody who has done retreat in April, which I think only one we had in Kanjangad, they also need not register. It's free for all the people who did activities in April. That's my gift to you. Tomorrow's webinar, if you want, you can join. And the next 6 days, 5 or 6 days of Upadesha Saram every night for the whole week till May begins. Okay? Again, I'm telling, no need to register. But those who are new or those who did not do any activity in April, then you have to register if you are interested to join the activities of the next week. May month will be completely on membership. By the time I'll announce it, one time you do it, and then the whole month, nothing to worry about. Okay? So let's just become aware now.